Hi lovers, hi, how are you guys doing? Hilma Daniel here. Welcome to my channel. If you're coming across us for the very first time, please do subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your continuous support. I highly appreciate it. There's something that I need us to, talk about. There's something that I need us to talk about, and that is mixing business with pressure. Do not mix business with pressure. This is why. I came across this statement a few years back. Most of the time in my life, I've tried to be a business person. I've tried to be in businesses. I do have businesses that have failed. I put businesses on hold at some stages, but at any time, at any place or time that I feel like, running back into businesses again, I can always find myself there. Mixing business with pressure. I came across this statement, when was it? A few years back. And I've been doing business, and I told myself, never will I mix business with pressure. That's why most of the time I run businesses and I run them alone. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. There's a car that I bought one time. I bought it secondhand, and I bought it. I think most of my businesses have been vehicle businesses, because then I've been running taxis for years, since 2016 to when did I give birth to my baby boy? 2021 or 2022, to roughly around about there. So I've been running business, I've been running taxis the whole time. So I remember this one time, I bought a car from a man, and there was a woman involved. I think I made a video on, if you want, you can visit a video. It's a video on my channel where I spoke about how I was accused of stealing a vehicle. And I was even taken to the police, just because I was being accused of stealing the vehicle. Luckily, I'm street smart. I'm very, very, very street smart. I've been buying vehicles in the streets for years. I bought how many cars in the streets? Okay, this one, the first one, Jan Japan. The second one in the street. These two in the street. This one in the street. I bought maybe four vehicles in the streets that I've been using not for business. One I bought it for personal use, but the rest, they started off as business vehicles. Even if I took them off the road to use them myself, I started off as business vehicles. I sold them two. I sold them. One is home, the other one is home as well. But the rest I sold them. Now let me tell you. When I am buying vehicles in the streets, I understood the risk that I was getting myself into. So, number one, I never carry cash. If I tell you, number two, you don't know where I stay. We meet in the streets. We exchange transactions in the streets, but somewhere safe, accompanied by people I trust, and I do transfers. But before we even do transfers, I need your documentations, including your IDs, your everything, the contract we sign everything. So it was very, very, I had myself covered, but this lady, this one in particular, she lost a car to love. She lost a car to love. She fell in love with the guy. And for some unknown reasons, that guy convinced. That's why, do not mix business with pressure, guys. I've never, ever, 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 ever. When I met my husband, I loved him more than I even love him now. I love him, but I used to love him way too much. I loved my husband so much, when we met. I've been running businesses, but not once did I mix business with pressure. I told him, business, we are not mixing it. We are in love. Business, this is my business, I'll handle it. Now, this lady, for some unknown reason, she fell in love. When she fell in love, this guy convinced this lady to sell her car. When she sold her car, this money went to this guy. When this money went to this guy, he told the lady, I want to remember, and don't quote me wrong, but I am putting a story that I had, not knowing if it's true or not. This nigger put money in Forex. This was when, 2018. It was 2018. I remember there was some Forex happening there, too much of it. Yeah. I'm going to invest this money in Forex trading, and I will be giving you $10,000 every month. This guy wanted to get money from me, you know. There's something that I needed him to pay, so I made sure that they pay it. If they didn't pay it, I took it from the blue paper because I was using the blue paper. He wanted me to pay in advance, and I told him I don't do that. Because if you decide to come and get your blue paper from me, then no, it's not a blue paper, but it's not the blue paper, or three that taxi permit. It's a taxi permit, not a blue paper, it's a taxi permit. If you decide to take it from me, then any day, any time, and I paid you in advance, then we're going to be back and forth. And I don't like to be back and forth because of money. No. So this guy, I picked up something was not right. I told him, no, I don't roll like that. No. And he had to respect me and understand. But then later on, I picked up that this lady is coming to take the car from me to say that I stole it, when she is the one that even gave away. Because I remember when we went to pick up those documentations, that guy went to that house and he called that lady a friend, a sister. Let's go to my cousin. They stayed in that house talking for a very long time. I think this guy was convincing that woman of something. You know, in the papers that we are signing, I signed, my husband, who was my boyfriend then, witnessed. Yeah? He signed, and his girlfriend witnessed. Now look where the danger is. This guy is selling someone's car together with his girlfriend, someone who he is dating. Months later, I saw this lady with a stomach. I just pray to God that it's not this guy's pregnancy. Now, if that is the scenario, then I would say this lady was left with a pregnancy. This lady was robbed, daylight robbery of a car. And for some unknown reasons, this lady couldn't open a case. I don't know whether it's because she willingly gave things to the guy. I don't know whether it's a deal that went wrong. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether she was too much in love. I don't know. Do not mix business with pressure. Why? You don't think properly. You don't think with your brain, then your heart is involved. If I am running a business with my husband or my boyfriend and something goes wrong, I cannot call you to order, because there's a level of respect that I need to maintain, because after this business, we are boyfriend and girlfriend. And I don't like that in business. You cannot put me in a position where I have to not think properly. Because then I do not want you to go home, make love to me, and then you confuse me, and then we are lovebirds. No. When we lay down, we are lovebirds. But when it comes to business, I need to think properly. And you cannot think properly with a man, a person that you are seeing each other naked with, or a woman that you are seeing each other naked. I like men. Men are very smart. A lot of women that date successful men. These men don't involve them in their businesses. These men, they run their businesses. What you get from them is a little bit of change that keeps you glued when they say they're maintaining you. A little bit of do your hair, a little bit of what do you want to eat for dinner, a little bit of let me take you out to a beautiful place. That's what you get. But they don't get you involved in their businesses. Do not mix business with pressure. But love is something different. It might not make you think properly. Do not be in a position where you don't think properly. Do not mix things that cannot be mixed. Business needs a focused person. Business needs a person that is making right decisions. And you do not want... one time I tried to mix business with pressure. It's not only about relationships. I tried to how many minutes? Yeah, I can tell you about this story. One time I tried to help somebody who I know from my village, and I'm so sorry to tell the story. I have so much respect for you, and you're 100% forgiven if you come across this. I just need to tell the story so then the next person learns something from it, but I have so much respect for you, unfortunately. So this person comes from a place, he is my neighbor, and his mother divorced his father. His father couldn't see, so the mother divorced. We were still young, but I could see these things. So the father couldn't see, so everybody else went except for this boy. He stayed with the father. One time, his father stayed not seeing. And one time they woke up, it's him and the small sister. The small sister used to be between, that lady was very small when the mother left. I remember she used to be in between her father's house and her mother's house. That's why I'm saying divorce messes kids up, guys. This one was a little bit better to understand that I want to be with my father, to choose. The rest of the kids, they went with the mother. The small one was 1 week there by the father, here 1 week here by the mother, 1 week there, because she was very, very small. So one time, the man hanged himself, and he hanged himself in the room where he sleeps. So this boy and this small girl, they woke up to go greet their father. The father is not responding. He have killed himself. So they then ran to our house and tell the parents, and the rest is history. Okay. Me knowing this story, and I am a human being, I am very caring and loving. I am very, very caring. One day I bumped into him, and I asked him in pep, what do you do? Then he says, I'm a security guard. How much do you get paid? No, I don't get paid much. Okay. Can I buy you a car so that you become a taxi driver? Then he says, yes. So I said, give me your number. No. So he came. I gave him a car. But when I gave him a car, we were doing it the illegal way because he didn't have a license. I told him, learn, but get a license. When you are working, you are not working to give me money. Work, whatever we get, but I need you to get a license. I need you to register NAMCOL, and some of these subjects that you are doing, I was very, very good at them in school. Come to me so that I correct you. I need you on Sundays, you are not working. When you need to study, when you need to go to school, let me know. After you are done, I need you to go to university. I need you to go to university and study and graduate so that one day you get yourself a proper job, and leave this car. I just need you to, help yourself. I did not mix business with pressure. It was never business with him, because even afterwards, that car, I took it out of the road. It's not working. It never worked after him, we tried. He went to NATES, he went to write NATES, he passed. He went to NATES for a test a number of times. He kept failing. And then we said, and then it became challenging for him to drive because he doesn't have a license. I said, okay, bring the car. We took it off the road, and then he says to me, I have a plot. I have a plot in those far, ne? At Katutura, ne? I have a plot there. Let us build Okabashu. Let us build a business there. And then we sell the basic needs. So that's what I did. I looked for 10,000 something. I built him a Kabashu, and then I bought stock. Yeah? Bought stock for him. Every weekend we go and calculate stock. Yeah? We go calculate stock. It was a very busy life. I don't think I want to get back in the type of business of selling items. I think I like taxi more, because taxi means you get money, you bring me money. It doesn't require me to put in effort. If something is wrong with the car, then we meet with the guy that fixes my cars. I go there, he tells me what's wrong with the car. I go to the shops, I buy my things myself. Then I say, I pay the guy, or something is not right. I give the guy money, go buy, bring me receipts. The guy works, I pay him myself directly to him. So me and my drivers, when it came to fixing my car, we were never really involved, because I picked up, they were giving me ridiculous amounts on fixing cars. So I had to find a way to close the gaps. But they still did me like that, though. I think it's life, it's business. In life, you must understand we are here to win or to make it or to lose. It's a win-lose situation. So you must be business-minded. Don't attach yourself to businesses too much. So I'm helping this guy out. No, one time COVID hits. No, and COVID hits, and people are not moving anymore, and the business is not going anymore. So I tell him, no, start taking some of the things to eat from the shop, because we had the rice, macaroni, what cooking oil, all the basic needs we were selling. And I'm telling him, start taking some of the things from there, and then you eat. And then after a while, he tells me, no, I got a job. I'm like, oh, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Please continue with school. Leave the shop there. I will one day come, do stock, and then I will see if I will get somebody to come and work from there. Now I'm calling him. When are we going to meet up so that we, count stock? He started dodging me. Okay. Because I know the place, I drive there. I go there. He's not there. Okay. I'm told where he works. I go to his workplace. I find him. I talk to him. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Can I please have the key so that I go to the place? Okay, he gives me the key. I go to the shop. I didn't find any stock. I maybe found a few sweets, and he has made the whole place a shelter, a place to sleep. It's like it's no longer a shop, but it's rather a house. I take my little things. I give him the key. And I tell him how disappointed I am in him. And I leave. And I was very disappointed. My partner was like, no, make him pay. He need to pay for the place if he's keeping. I said, no. I'm not going to make him pay for anything, because I know where he's coming from. I know his story. And I don't want people at home to say we're working together, now we are fighting one another. Us in the village, we respect neighborhood. I don't want people to go talk bad about us. And I don't want people to go talk bad about me. No. So I said no. I left. And I think it touched him, because he have sent me money maybe three or two times. Just like that. When after years, I left him. And after years, he sent me like $1,000. And then afterwards, he sent me like money, $1,000. And this year, if not last year, he then sent me an apology. So many times I've been telling him, stop paying back. It's fine. It's okay. But I think last year, he sent me an apology and he said, Yoma, I'm so sorry that I did you like that. And I really, really, really didn't know how to apologize all these years, but I really did you bad. Ne? And I accepted the apology and I told him, it's okay, it's life. Like, things happens, no? Things happens. What I am saying is that in that business, I mixed emotions. It's mixing business with pressure. Is not only husbands and wives. Pressure can be people that you know. Sometimes at first when I bought a car, it was to help out. But with the business, it was to help him, but it was also to help me. But it didn't work out. This whole business didn't work out from the very beginning. Now, these are the things. This is the amount of money that I've wasted in this whole situation. I've bought a car 30-something thousand. It didn't bring me anything. I have been maintaining this car. I put in okapereki plus minus 10,000 something. And I've bought stock, which should have been more than 10,000 something. So let's just roughly plus minus 60,000 went to this business. They didn't yield any results. It was a big loss. It was a very, very big loss. Hence, I'm saying avoid mixing business with pressure. When you are doing people favors, do them favors without expecting anything much from them. When you are in love, however, this is very dangerous. Don't do that ish. Because with people that you know, you can separate and still move on. With the people that you love, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for me working with my husband, and I have to make him accountable for money. Because I account people for money, even if it's a little cent, I will make you accountable. I will make you accountable. I am very, very understanding when it comes to working with people. I'm not a difficult boss. I don't like to be a difficult boss when I am the one owning a company or owning a specific business that I'm doing. But where I need to talk to you like you are an employer, I will. And I wouldn't want to talk to a person that I am supposed to be submitting to, in that manner of business, because then business is business. You as my husband, I have to talk to you, or my wife. I cannot say my wife. Let me speak about a husband, because I have a husband. I'm not of the other area. Ne? And you as your husband, you wouldn't want to speak to your wife a certain way. So be very careful of how you handle businesses. I would tell you, don't mix business with pressure. It's not worth it. Don't mix business with pressure. Means people that you know also, they might mess things up. I remember this other guy that I know, and I worked with him for so many years. I've worked with him for so many years. He was one of the most trusted driver of mine. We worked for so many years. We had a relationship. I know him from the village also, no? So we had a relationship, and a lot of people used to ask how we work together. But I tell them we are fine. Until one time, he wasn't doing well. I had to go to the village. I like to go to the village to visit my parents. I went to the village to visit my parents. And this one time, he then tells me I am sick. And I'm telling him, if you are sick, bring the car to park at my house. And, while you are getting better, and then you can come and get it. No, don't worry. I will just park it at my house. Nothing will happen to it. Okay. Since we know each other, I was like, okay, not a problem. So one day I come and I tell him, since you are not feeling well and you are sick for too long, my business is standing. Can you please give me the car so that I get a temporary driver, and then I will give you the car when you get better? What I'm hearing is that we are seeing that car with a driver. I started hearing rumors now that somebody have a car who is not him. And I told him that, no, since you are having the car for too long, bring it so that I give it to a temporary driver. Once you get better, I'll bring it back to you. So we meet. I got the car from the same person because he tells me, no, just pick it up from wherever. I was like, okay. I went to pick up my car. I was very disappointed. The car was in bad condition. The car was not driving properly. The car had a lot of maintenance to do. I remember taking around about 4,000 to 5,000 or 6,000 to fix that car. And that was a Toyota Corolla. Know that a Toyota Corolla have parts that are very, very cheap. This was before COVID. Before petrol became too high and things increased. That was the time. So now I'm thinking to myself, this nigga, I've been with him for years, and this is how he's repaying me. And real quick, I have to reverse back to, this is not we know each other type of situation. It's business. And business goes wrong any day, anytime. You do not attach yourself to money. Keep moving. So from there, I never worked with him until today. I cannot say I will never ever work with him. I remember he called me one time. He invited me to his wedding. We still talk. We talk. But at that very moment, he did me like that. Ne? And I was like, it's life, man. But he still talks. We still call each other. We still talk. And I was like, he did me like that. But it's somebody that I worked with for a very long time. When you also build relationships, but this was never really a relationship of I know you, I'm doing you a favor. It was just working with people that you know. People that you know they can do like that, but also working with strangers can also do you like that. So this was not a mixing business with pressure type of situation part. Somebody that I knew, but they can also still do you like that. Ne? So at the very moment I was like, no, you hurt me. You hurt me very, very bad. In businesses, we'll talk about businesses, the heart of being a business person. Ne? We'll talk about this some other time, not now. Ne? Because I really pick up a lot of things. I really pick up, more especially with my husband. He's not a business person. He does this business, but he's not as business as he's not as business minded like that. He does his business stuff, which are like fixing computers, but not like my side was more of like, you give a vehicle, they work, it had a lot of finances involved. My husband is not okay with losing money. I, on the other hand, I'm like, I lose money and I go like it's okay. And I think there are moments where he said to me that, Hilma, we are not losing this money. I remember there was a time that I wanted to buy an Audi. It was right before we got married. I wanted to buy an Audi. Is it what do you call it? What is it? A4, A3 or something. I cannot remember anymore. I'm not good with cars. I remember it was an Audi. It was in a very, very good condition. And I made a deposit. When I made a deposit, and I told him, and I told the seller, I am waiting for money, but this money will probably report in the next how many days. So please, let me give you a deposit. He said, give me a deposit. I gave me 2,000 or 3,000. Let us make a contract that you do not sell this car. Ne? Do not sell this car. I will, get money, and then I'll come and buy it. And I think this guy, he sold the car. Somehow he sold the car. Now I'm telling him, if you sold the car, then can you give me my deposit? Because now you sold the car. Can I at least get my deposit back? And this guy, he started giving me too many reasons of which he never gave me my deposit back. And I remember my husband was like, Hilma, the way you lose money is not nice. We are getting that money back. And I told him, leave it. I do have some of those many situations where I'll say, leave that situation to God. I'll get other money. It's fine, leave it. No. And he does not understand. So one day when I'm in the mood, we will talk about the brain of being a business person. In business, there are only two things. You either win some or you lose some. Ne? So we will talk about business one day, but right now I'm going to leave you with one thing. Be careful, more especially when you're in a relationship. Do not mix business with pressure. Ne? For some people it ends good, but for some people it might not end good. To me, my advice is the thinking capacity is not this. You are not. You are more to be not thinking better business decisions because you are in love. So you do not mix these two things. They don't mix. Ne? That's my say on that. So be very, very, very careful of mixing businesses with pressure. It's not a wise idea. Ne? That's it from me, Hilma Daniel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.